Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl, BeeSparrow, Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio. How y'all doing today? I'm doing just fine. It's a beautiful day in the ENC, that is Eastern North Carolina. I'm thankful to be amongst the living, and if you're within the sound of my voice, I'm thankful that you are amongst the living too. I want to talk about the haves and the have-nots. Tyler Perry's TV show. Me and my husband started watching it when it first came out. We watched it, the first season, but after Benny got hit by Wyatt, we stopped watching it. We stopped, but we have picked it back up, and we are now on season 5, I believe. This show is a trip. The haves and the have-nots. Oh my goodness. What be going on through Tyler Perry's head sometimes? I don't know. But we are so excited about this reaction video. I am anyway. Because we finally diving back into the show that has been absolutely consuming our lives. It's just been consuming our lives for the past few weeks, because I have heard that a new season is going to be coming to Netflix. I don't know how true that is, because the ads that I saw on Facebook, it was a totally different cast. So I don't know how true that is, that the have and have-nots are coming to Netflix for one more final season. But I just want to be prepared. But oh my goodness, yes, I want to be prepared. Some of you know, we started watching the show years ago when it first hit, and then Benny Young got hit by that car, and honestly, we were just so shocked and heartbroken that we just couldn't watch it anymore. We just couldn't keep going, you know? But now the pull is too strong. Fast forward to now, years later, we have decided to dive back into the haves and the have-nots. Yes, we have decided to dive back into, we are binging, y'all. We're currently on season 5, like I said, episode 3, I believe, episode 2 or 3, but I think when I did this video, we was just on season 4, episode 20, and it just keeps getting more wild. So for those of you who are either joining us on this crazy ride, or maybe you're just starting, or you need a refresher like we did, we're going to give you a quick spoiler-heavy recap of what's gone down from season 1 all the way up to season 4. I'm not even touching season 5. We just began season 5. Okay, so buckle up, because it's going to be high.
BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. This belief is gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attacking real enemies, strategy that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get the tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or be evicted. Dialogue till we get to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting and talking like an arrow. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow.
So yes, guys, we're talking about Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots, and we're going to start off with the Cryer family. We're going to start off with Jim Cryer, the notoriously corrupt judge who is a piece of work. He is a piece of work. He's been involved in just about every scandal imaginable: bribery, attempted murder, sexual assault, and a whole lot of cover-ups. His legal troubles have been a constant headache for everyone. Then we have his wife, Catherine Cryer, played by Renee Lawless. We know Jim Cryer is played by John Snyder, from the Dukes of Hazzard. Catherine Cryer, the matriarch. She's the matriarch of the family. She started as the seemingly obvious and socialite, but she's undergone one of the biggest transformations I've ever seen, y'all. It's almost hilarious seeing Catherine go through this transformation. She's been through incredible heartbreak from her husband's infidelity, then the loss of her daughter Amanda, who ended up committing suicide. She's become a vengeful, often armed woman who who has confronted Jim, Veronica, and even David with a shotgun more than once. She's been a force, and honestly, I'm living for her character. I mean, I'm rooting for her, but it's hilarious seeing her go from this not weak. She wasn't weak, but it's just seeing her going from this humble woman to this almost insane woman. It's hilarious. Now their son, Wyatt Cryer, he's a complete mess. He's struggling with drug addiction. From day one, he's been in and out of rehab, involved in hit and runs, and has been in constant legal trouble. His addictions and poor choices have caused immense pain for his parents and all of those around him. That is Wyatt Cryer. And then we have Amanda, heartbreakingly, the daughter who struggled with her own demons and was ultimately tragically killed. Well, as far as I know, she committed suicide, but it has been turned into a homicide, but I haven't seen any more information on her case, so far. And I'm up to season 5 now. So her death is a huge turning point and a major motivator for Catherine's later actions. Now, moving over to David Harrington, Jim's legal associate and sometimes conscience, though he often gets swept into the Cryer's schemes, often gets swept into them. He's a powerful district attorney. I think he's a judge now. He may have been a judge and now he's a district attorney. I don't know. I get confused sometimes, but he's a powerful man who has been put through the ringer by his wife, Veronica. And speaking of Veronica Harrington, she is without a doubt one of the most manipulative, calculated, and coldest characters I've ever seen on television. Her primary focus seems to be controlling her gay son, Jeffrey, and maintaining her perfect image. She's actively tried to sabotage Jeffrey's relationships, even tried to kill his partners, and has pulled strings to frame people, so many people, threaten officers, and basically terrorize anyone who gets in her way. She's done some truly, truly horrific things. Then we have Jeffrey Harrington, who's the gay son and has been desperately trying to find love and acceptance, constantly battling against his mother's intense homophobia and control. He's been involved with Wyatt, which I haven't seen that yet. I'm in season 5, but I haven't seen any relationship other than a friendship with Wyatt. Landon, I think, had one sexual intercourse with that I've seen so far, and has faced extreme. He has faced extreme emotional and physical abuse from Veronica. And his journey for independence is a struggle. Now let's go to the have-nots. We just mentioned the haves. Let's go to the have-nots. Starting with Hannah Young, whom I can't stand this lady. She is so self-righteous, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So Hannah Young, played by Crystal Fox, I believe that's her name, and just me expressing to you that I can't stand this woman shows how great of an actress that she is. This fiercely religious and moral housekeeper for the Cryers is the backbone of her family. She's constantly trying to steer her children right, but also protecting them fiercely. She's been through so much, her home being invaded, dealing with Candace's schemes, and trying to keep Benny out of trouble. She's also very much aware of the Cryers' immortality and often calls them out. Then we got her son, Benny Young, the character who's initially made us pause the show. He's a good-hearted, hard-working tow truck driver who consistently tries to do the right thing and protect his family. I don't understand Benny Young. Sometimes he's thug out, hardcore. Then other times he's ignorant, naive, just naive. And also what I don't understand about the show is once Benny was the oldest child, now that I'm in season 5, it appears that he's the youngest child and Candace is the oldest child. So I don't know what Tyler Perry was trying to get with that. But Benny is often caught in Candace's messy schemes with Jim. And remember, he was in that horrific accident where Wyatt hit him, and he's been through a lot trying to recover and stay out of trouble. Well, where I am now, he's already recovered, and I don't know about the trouble part, though. He's been a target of Jim and has had his own bruises with the law, despite his best intentions. Then we have Candace Young. She's the ultimate schemer. She's ambitious, ruthless, and will do whatever it takes to get what she wants. She often uses her body and manipulation to extort money and power from wealthy men, primarily Jim Cryer. She's been a lawyer, a madam, a blackmailer, and has repeatedly put her family in jeopardy with her dangerous dealings. Her relationship with her mother, Hannah, is constantly strained due to her choices. I don't like the character that Candace is turning into. She's like this big-time pimp slash madam, beating on women and doing all kinds of stuff. I don't like it. Ooh, that's a lot. And I have a lot to get through, too, so I'm going to do a part 2. I just introduced you to the haves. I just introduced you to the have-nots. But there are more characters that I want to introduce you to. So I'm going to come back and do that. It's your girl, BeeSparrow, Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio, y'all. Holla at y'all, girl, okay? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right.
BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. Best belief is gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attacking real enemies, strategy that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get your tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or get evicted. Dialogue till we get to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting and talking like an arrow. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow.
You're listening to Buzzz Tweet Radio. Bzzz. Tweet, tweet.
Okay, so we're going to pick up where we left off, talking about the haves and the have-nots, Tyler Perry's haves and have-nots. We talked about the haves in video 1. We talked about the knots, but there are also, we can't forget the other characters that have caused a lot of trouble in this show. First, we're going to start with Quincy Maxwell. Y'all know Quincy, the man that was a nightmare. He was Candace's baby daddy. And he was crazy. He was violent, abusive, and he caused endless chaos, threatening Candace and her family. And ultimately, he made a violent end. He really did. Then we have Warlock, another one of Candace, another character that was connected to Candace's past. He was involved in some serious criminal activities too, and he added another layer of threat to the Young family. Then there's Warwick, an assistant DA who gets entangled in the legal messes, often on David Harrington's side. He be trying to clean up all of the Cryers' mess, and sometimes Candace's messes too. Then we have Justin, the police officer that started out abusing Jeffrey Harrington. Then he ended up falling in love with Jeffrey. Short-lived. This my notes say he was a short-lived husband, but I haven't gotten to that part yet because right now it seems like he is stuck on harassing Jeffrey. But it seems like Jeffrey likes it to me because now Jeffrey is in jail and Justin will come take him out of his cell, handcuffed, and then he will start harassing him. Jeffrey must love it because apparently this says that Jeffrey became his husband. I don't know. Then we have Landon. He was another one of Jeffrey's love interests, and he often tries to navigate through the wraths from Veronica. We have the DA, Jennifer Salison, who she constantly tries to bring down Jim Cryer for his crimes. She's been a consistent legal antagonist. So we talked about Jim Cryer and his multiple indictments, how he survived assassination attempts, including one by Catherine, how he is constantly trying to manipulate his way out of trouble, often relying on David and the dirty money he's accumulated. And then there's Catherine, his wife, soon to be ex-wife, I assume. She has completely transformed into an avenging angel, seeking justice for Amanda and often trying to physically harm Jim and Veronica. She's been arrested, released, and is a complete wild card. Then there is Veronica, who continues her reign of terror, specifically over Jeffrey, she's trying to control his life, his finances, his relationships. She's been behind some truly shocking and violent acts against anyone who threatens her. Anyone, and by any means necessary. Then we have Candace, who has been playing all sides. She's still extorting Jim, trying to build her own wealth, and constantly running into new dangers. She's always just a step ahead or a step into deeper trouble. I just don't like the character that she has become. The girl is beating up women, pimping them, and doing all kinds of things that I just don't like. Then we have her mother, Hannah, the holier-than-thou Hannah, still in her moral compass, struggling to save her children from themselves and the dangerous situations they find themselves in. Especially with Benny, who's dealing with a lot of legal issues and is trying to keep his tow truck business afloat. With Mitch Malone, who happens to be one of my favorite characters. He's the grandson of Rosa Malone, Mama Rose. That's from the Malone family, the one that kidnapped Candace on behalf of Jim Cryer. Yeah. And in real life, Mitch Malone, I forgot his real name. I can't think of his real name. He's married to Erica, who was Candace's friend, turned her hoe prostitute that she often sleeps around. I don't know what's going on with that. But right now in season 5, Erica is with David Harrington. And don't y'all know that Veronica is trying to get with Candace to bring the both of them down. That's my recap, y'all.
I got a nickname for him. CC.
What?
Cousin Christian.
Who? Hannah. Cousin Christian. That's my recap, y'all. The haves and the have-nots. It just getting more crazy and more crazy. But I guess we're going to stay tuned and see what's next. I don't want to keep talking about it because I'll give stuff away for those who haven't seen it. But we're probably the last people that... We're probably the last ones to see it. Anyway, it's your girl, BeeSparrow. Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio, y'all. I'll let y'all girl, okay? Well, all right.
You're listening to Buzzz Tweet Radio. Bzzz. Tweet tweet.
BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. Best belief is gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attack real enemy. Strategy that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get your ticket. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or get evicted. Dialogue till we get to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting talking like an arrow.